You might think you're looking at a giant eagle, and in a way, you are. Hard to believe, but this massive bird, with a wingspan stretching over 3 meters, still can't fly at just 9 months old. And here's the real surprise: its parents don't fly the way most birds do either. This magnificent bird is the Andean Condor, a symbol honored across several South American nations, including Colombia.It appears on national currencies, government emblems, and is deeply woven into Andean culture as the divine bird of the sky, an icon of strength and freedom. How could the largest bird in the Western Hemisphere seem afraid to take flight? It sounds almost impossible, yet this is the real, unglamorous start to life for one of the most legendary raptors on Earth. High on the sheer cliff faces of the Andes, you might spot a bulky, almost 1 meter tall bird covered in dull tan feathers, wobbling unsteadily on the rocks like an elderly person. But this isn't some frail, old bird on its last legs. It's just a chick, still dependent on its parents. Standing beside it is the adult condor, sleek black, powerful, and imposing. The young bird is already nearly as large as its parent, yet looks clumsy and aged, a striking contrast to the mature condor's grace and authority. What's truly jaw-dropping is that these chicks reach an enormous size long before they ever take their first flight. Andean condors aren't naturally clumsy. In fact, they're incredibly dedicated parents that refuse to let their young leave the nest until flight. Their most vital survival skill is fully mastered. Their breeding strategy is one of the most extreme examples of quality over quantity. In the bird world, Andean condors breed only once every 2 years, usually laying just 1 egg. This extremely low reproduction rate means every chick gets the full attention, food, and protection of its parents. After hatching, the chick is covered in soft gray down and relies completely on regurgitated food from adults. For 6 months or longer, it remains in a simple nest on a dangerous cliffside, still vulnerable to predators like snakes. The adults stay close, guarding their only offspring constantly. Even as the chick's wings grow strong and its wingspan quickly surpasses 2 meters, learning to fly takes time, physical maturity, and most importantly, courage. A 9-month-old or even year-old condor that still can't fly isn't underdeveloped, it's simply being given the best chance to survive. The parents hunt tirelessly, traveling long distances to feed and protect their slow-growing chick. Only at around 1.5 years old, when it reaches nearly 1.3 meters in height, taller than a small child, does the young condor finally master flight and begin to explore the skies. This intensive, long-term parenting leaves condor populations slow to recover, but it ensures every chick survives to adulthood with the skills to thrive. Now for the most fascinating fact: Andean condors don't really fly by flapping. They rule the mountains through soaring. Unlike most birds that depend on powerful wing strokes, condors are masters of gliding. Their wingspan can reach an incredible 3.3 meters, wide, long, and built to ride air currents with ease. In the air, they are a truly massive, awe-inspiring presence. Their flight muscles aren't built for constant flapping, but they've perfected the art of using thermal updrafts. Each morning, as the sun heats the mountain slopes, warm air rises, creating natural elevators in the sky. Condors spread their enormous wings, barely flap at all, and glide effortlessly upward, reaching heights of thousands of meters. They can soar for hours with almost no energy, surveying vast stretches of land below. This efficient ability lets them survive in the high Andes, where food is widely scattered. Food is also where the condor plays a critical ecological role. As pure scavengers, they are nature's most effective cleanup crew. They flock to carrion, feeding primarily on large mammal carcasses such as deer and even whales, and occasionally on afterbirth from livestock. They rarely hunt live prey. Ever wondered why vultures have bald heads? It's not by accident, it's a survival adaptation. Adult Andean condors have no feathers on their head and neck, exposing dark red or black skin. While it may look unattractive, it's highly practical. When feeding inside a carcass, bare skin stays cleaner, avoiding bacteria and parasites, and dries quickly in the sun for natural disinfection. Their stomach acid is extremely powerful, killing most dangerous pathogens. Their digestive systems have evolved to process rotting meat safely, and their immune systems resist disease. In this way, condors help stop the spread of illness, recycle nutrients, and keep the high mountain ecosystem clean and balanced. Perhaps most inspiring of all is their loyalty. Andean condors are typically monogamous, often pairing for life, a rarity in the animal kingdom. Their lifelong devotion gives these sky giants an even deeper dignity. Yet today, these enduring bonds are becoming harder to find. The Andean condor is now an endangered species, and unless we act, the legend of this majestic, faithful bird of the Andes could one day disappear forever.